Upwitty Nerdigans, this is the one and only Packer Girl 89 of Nerdigans, and today's manga Nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for Boku no Hero Academia, aka My Hero Academia chapter 424. But before we get into this recap and live reaction, we are at war with YouTube's algorithm, and it is slowly but surely killing my channel, and in order to defeat this algorithmic beast, we need you to please hit that like, share, and subscribe buttons. And because of course this channel, let alone this video, are not sponsored, if you love what we're doing and want to help keep me, this adorable little cat right here, and this operation literally alive and kicking, so we can keep bringing you more anime and manga content, whether it be news, analysis, or live reactions like this one, feel free to hit up our Cash App and PayPal. Links are in the description box below. So last chapter we saw the conclusion of the Shigaraki and, let's be real, All For One and Deku fight, and for the most part I am not mad at it. Just my main problem with it is that I feel like it could have been expanded just a little bit more. But other than that, like, the end result of it, I'm very happy with it. I knew it was going to be like a neutralization of One for All and All for One, and Deku was going to be quirkless. That's what I wanted. And Shigaraki being dead, don't surprise me. No, I knew Shigaraki was going to die. I knew it. There was no way Shigaraki was going to be alive by the end of this. But, anyways, I'm really excited to see what we're going to be getting in the aftermath of all this. So let's get to this chapter, see what's in store for us this week. A few days after the battle. Ooh, so we're in Washington State, huh? Okay. As you can see, the whole country is being blessed with clear skies. This past week was a bit chaotic, full of ups and downs, but I want to apologize for being so far off the mark about my forecast. Please don't say anything weird again. But you should be careful when doing the laundry since the wind is still pretty strong. Hello. Hello, wifey. Alright, let's see. Let's see what Horikoshi says here in the notes. Writing conventions say that the conclusion of a story should be short, but this is not the type of manga that can immediately end after the fighting is done, so I'll keep going for a little while. We're going back to the title. But, Horikoshi, you could... Now I'm really mad. Here's the thing. Seeing this here makes me really even more frustrated that the end of the fight wasn't expanded upon just a little bit more. Like, you could have had, as I was saying, you could have had the, maybe, All For One's, the consequences with All For One, like the predecessor, not just the predecessors, obviously, but, All For One's victims, like, take their vengeance and literally see them dragging All For One to hell. Including Stars. That would have been really been sick. I would have loved to seen that. You could have seen a little bit more with Shigaraki's death. That being expanded a little bit more. And you could have seen hell even a little bit more with Shirakumo and Aizawa, like, even have a little bit of a flashback and have that kind of, like, have him talk to Aizawa through the headset just one last time, kind of like have that throwback to what we saw in Vigilantes. Just like little things like that would have just made it even more satisfying, at least for me. And it really frustrates me. It really freaking does. It would have been so perfect. And just seeing Horikoshi say this in the comment this really irks me. Oh, why did you do that, Horikoshi? Oh. Anyways. All thanks to the gust from that day. After that colossal battle, how will the world... hey, send that my way. Thanks a bunch. Whatever change may come, I'll continue with my forecast. Aww. Our house is back up again. It shot up just like bamboo. A week has passed. The reconstruction project, which hadn't started even after the Battle of Jakku, has been making great progress. After the war, many heroes from around the world, starting from the US and then from other countries, have been giving us plenty of aid. Where's Koichi? Where's Captain Celebrity? After sitting on the sidelines and watching you fight, I had to do something. The inspection agency sent us the plan. Now all we gotta do is build it accordingly. We also checked the Building Standards Act. Okay. The 3D! Yeah! If this restoration was taking place before the paranormal, it would have taken over 10 years. Wait a minute. No. But with all these quirks combined, we can be sure that in no time, it won't go back to how it was. The surgery helped, but it won't get any better than this. We'll have to keep an eye on him, but we did all we could. Oh, poor Bakugo. By putting one thing on top of another, we managed to keep its shape, but I can't say for sure if it'll ever move again, even after rehab. This is because, remember, because Bakugo lost a lot from Shigaraki. If you want to continue being a hero, I'd suggest prosthetics like Mirko. Oh, like Mirko! Oh! Oh! Rehab, cut the crap. And that's Mirko-san before the war. Nah, I'm good. My quirk comes from the palm of my hand. Katsuki. Besides, he didn't have anything to begin with. So I'll kick this rehab's ass no matter how hard it is. You tell him, Bakugo! You still can't do any heavy training, huh? I'm more worried about your heart. If Edshot hadn't stitched it and performed CPR, you would have died. I don't even know how you managed to keep fighting. And on top of that, I can't wrap my head around why you traveled so many kilometers. How does that make any sense? It's evident that it wants you to keep living. For now, you focus on resting. Yeah. You're away. Are you fucking serious? Why? Why? Why is he still... Why? 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 This is some bullshit. Okay. Let's see why here. You're awake? To think we'd share a room, All Might. That gotta be, Sakachi-kun's doing. Oh, it's easier to guard and only, so many rooms available, too. What about your body, All Might? Doctor said he's never seen so many bolts. What about you, young Midoriya? I'm starting to feel my arms again. In the end, I couldn't save Tenko's life. Well, yeah. And I've been saying this in my Kagurabachi live reactions. I have to bring it up here. I need to see something like this in Kagurabachi, but I want it more extreme. Like, more so like what we've seen in Jujika no Rokunin. Because it's more of a revenge story. But the thing, he's starting to realize that he can't save everyone. But, Chihiro has. But I just have to bring it up here. Even after it reached my hand and his hatred was gone, Tenko continued to be the leader of the League of Villains until the end. Well, yeah, because just like with Chihiro and Kagurabachi, he's starting to realize you can't force your values onto everyone, because everyone's version of justice is different, because good and evil are very subjective. Granted, there's that line that must be crossed, though, to where it's true villainy, mind you. But the thing is, though, and I've said it many a times in my live reactions, and I think even in Boku no Hero Academia, that it's easier to fight in the name of villainy than it is injustice, because villainy is very easy. It's very easy to define. Whereas justice, yeah, you have that definition of justice, sure. But if you fight like straight up, straight in the name of justice, eventually you're going to cross into that, cross into the line of villainy, like we've seen with the government, in Boku no Hero Academia. We've seen it, where they have ended up crossing that line into villainy, if you think about it. But anyways, as someone who also had a near-death experience, let me ask you this. How was his face at the final moment? You already destroyed it. that will depend on what you guys will do from now on. So you better do your best. If what you saw wasn't a crying boy, then I think his heart was saved after all. I agree with that. I do. I think he was saved, just not in the way that Midoriya wanted him to be. Just like One For All's big mission, you passed it on to him, right? It must have reached him. Yes, but I could still feel some of the embers inside. I can still feel some of the embers inside me. Why are you moving around? Kachan, I'm glad you're safe. I'm so sorry, All Might. This kid was pretty worried about you. I'm so sorry, All Might. This kid was pretty worried about you. Sorry, Izuku-kun. The embers, huh? So that means you'll be quirkless? Yeah. Thank you! Thank you! But I was born without a quirk to begin with, so I'm not really sad. I transferred it on my own volition. Thank you, Horikoshi! Thank you! This was what I've been saying for the longest time. And I've been getting so much shit in my comment section and saying that I just hate Deku. No! This right here! This was my whole fucking point! This! I'm gonna read this again, because this has been my whole damn point! Yeah, but I'm gonna read this here. So that means you'll be quirkless? Yeah, but I was born without a quirk to begin with, so I'm not really sad. I transferred it on my own volition. I'm actually pretty happy I got to live this dream. Yeah! He's not, again, I've been comparing it to Koichi for a long time. Go compare it to Koichi again, because people need to understand this. Because people want Deku to be Koichi so fucking bad. Koichi, unlike Deku, Koichi had a quirk. The only difference between Koichi and Deku is Koichi had a quirk, was born with a quirk, but his quirk was suppressed. And his quirk, the more that he used his quirk to fight villains and anti-heroes, technically, his quirk evolved. And his quirk, came out. Here, Deku was given a quirk, and the more he used his quirk, not his quirk, I'm sorry, the more he used One For All, the more the other quirks from the previous users came out. So, but yes, I'm very happy about this. I know people are furious, but I'm not. I'm happy with this. I'm happy that my point is being proven. Thank you, Horikoshi, for proving my goddamn point. I'm not a hater. I'm not a Deku hater. I'm just going with what the writing is telling, what the writing was saying the entire time. What dirty trick did he use? A quirkless guy would never pass the exam. So I'll go even higher. That's my duty. Don't you dare let me surpass you, Izuku. Huh? Aww. No way. You're crying? No, seriously, have I been treating you until now? I just thought we would keep competing and stuff for a while. Somehow, I don't know. Aww. Stop, that's not like you. But hey, I still got the embers. My body's all messed up and my mental state is a bit off. But I think what he means by the embers, the embers mean like the fire to still, be a hero. I don't think it's like a literal quirk. No, the embers means he wants to keep fighting and be a hero, like Batman. Batman don't have no quirk. Nah, Deku is, in a sense, like Batman in that way. Batman don't have no quirk, but he still wants to fight in the name of justice. He has that, and he has that intel. He has that brain. And Deku is like that, in my opinion. You got stronger, both of you. You've changed a lot since the day I met you. Young Midoriya, that day when you ran off, you became my greatest hero. But now you're the one who makes people stand up again. That means you're the greatest hero to everyone else, too. And young Bakugo, it's thanks to you that I got the opportunity to tell you both all of this. You are also the greatest hero. Thank you so much. See, and Batman, speaking of Batman is that. Because Batman, because he does, I think part of it is because Batman doesn't have like a superpower, that Batman kind of does inspire people in that way. That they can be a hero, that you don't need to have a superpower to be a hero. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. When I was a kid, I thought peace came back immediately after the war was over, but our story won't end just yet until we get to our bright future we've been fighting for. We'll go beyond the new everyday life that awaits them. And this chapter, of course, is titled Epilogue. And I know people are flipping out because gonna be flipping out because of the shaved head and all that and the scars, but I mean, those are surgery scars. And when the thing is, though, I hope that people are just joking. I really hope people are just joking. Like when you get head surgery, that's just what happens. They gotta shave your head. I don't understand why they just didn't shave his entire head. They should have just shaved Deku's entire hair, or all of his hair off. They should have just done that. Deku would have looked way more badass with a shaved head, like full-on shaved head. Horikoshi, why didn't you just do that? He would have looked way more badass with a full-on shaved head. At least in my opinion. I'm sad that I could be wrong, but I don't think we saw, we didn't see Koichi at all. Why? Why didn't we see Koichi in this chapter? Like, we could have had a moment where Koichi met Deku, but I'm really kind of frustrated that we didn't see All Might, or All Might dead, but at the same time, because I know people like me are like, why is All Might still alive? Why? Compared to everyone else. Well, I think the reasoning behind this is because unlike the predecessors who were born with quirks, just like Deku, they didn't have a quirk when he received One for All. So that's probably the only reason why All Might was still alive, was because of that. Am I mad at it? No, I'm not too mad at it. Part of me is like, I kind of wish he would have had it, but like at the same time, it also kind of makes, in a way actually, it does remind me of Knuckle Duster a little bit, because Knuckle Duster, it's very similar to what happened with Knuckle Duster and Vigilantes, but it's also, at the same time, when we saw it happen, when we saw what went down with Koichi and Vigilantes with his near-death experience with Knuckle Duster, and we had that badass moment with and this is when Knuckle Duster was passing on the knuckleness to Koichi. It was just such a badass moment, and it just makes me think, I really wish we would have had that with All Might and Deku. I know we kind of had it, but like I wish it was in like his subconscious, if that makes sense. But I know that's nitpicking, but I kind of wish we had it. I know we somewhat had it, but it's a little bit different. But I will say this though, what I am happy about, that this moment here was just with Bakugo and Deku, and it wasn't all of Class 1A here. Because if it would have been all of Class 1A, I would have been absolutely furious. The other thing that I'm really kind of annoyed about is I would have liked to seen what was going down, because this chapter is titled Epilogue. What happened with the Todoroki family? I want to see that. Why can't we get that? Because it says here, it doesn't say anything just yet. Yeah, okay. It just shows, I don't give a shit about Uraraka. I want to know what happened, like, yeah, we got the stuff with Bakugo, but I want to know what happened with the Todoroki family. Are we going to get this in 425? Or are we just not going to get it at all? I'm really hoping next chapter we get to find out what went down with the Todoroki family during all this. Because if we do not see it, like if, for example, if Toya is dead, I want to see that funeral. I want to see a funeral for Toya. I need to see it. I want to see what happened to the family. I really, because I feel like unless we get like something like that, I feel like we won't get that closure. Like for the rest of them, I honestly don't give a fuck. I just want to get that closure. Like Bakugo, I feel like we got the closure. Deku, I feel like we got the closure. Hawks, I kind of would like a little bit of closure with Hawks. See Hawks like have a little something with Twice. Like have like you could make the argument we could have like a little funeral thing kind of going on with him, maybe. But I would like to see Hawks with the Todoroki family. I'm not gonna lie, because Hawks is close with Endeavor. I wouldn't mind having that. The other one I would like to see is Spinner. We need to see what's going down with Spinner after all of this. And the other one that we need to see is Aizawa and MC. I want to see what happened with them. I want to see if they, I want to see, give me something like in a cemetery where you have the Todoroki family gathered and, burying Toya, for example. Then you see, Aizawa and MC visiting Shiragumo's grave. Just give me, and then Spinner, seeing Shigaraki's grave. Spinner could even see Toya's grave too, and you could have a moment with Endeavor and Spinner. It would, and Spinner can tell them, what he, the relationship he had with Toya, and, have that kind of moment. I feel like that would just, give us some closure, and it would just make it even better. I really feel like we should have had that this week, and then have this chapter, next week. As long as we get something like that, I will feel a lot better. But man, it really feels like 424 should have been something like that to really get that closure. And yes, you could have had the restoration stuff still happening, and have the cemetery kind of scene this week. But man, I feel like the Deku and Bakugo content, that should have been next week. I really feel like that. I really feel, especially with this author comment from Horikoshi. Yeah, but I feel like we're going to get, based on what Horikoshi is saying here in the author comment, we got to be getting this content. If we don't, I'm going to fucking hate this ending. I will hate this ending if we do not get that closure for Aizawa and MC, and also the Todoroki family and Spinner. Those storylines specifically need that closure. Give me that closure and I will be fully satisfied. Or I will be pretty much satisfied with this conclusion. But let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think there are other storylines that need to be tied up that you would like to see in this epilogue? Besides the Todoroki family and Spinner and Aizawa and MC. I do. I kind of would like to, you could have the funeral for. You could even do the funeral while all this is going down. You can have the funeral for all the fallen heroes too in the war. That would be nice to have. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below what you guys think. And remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. Love what we're doing and want to help keep this operation alive and kicking so we can keep bringing you more Boku no Hero Academia content. If few ways you can do that. Donate to our Cash App, PayPal, Patreon, purchase something off our Amazon wish list, all that's in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow us on Twitter, Twitch, Discord, friend us on PlayStation Network, that's in the description box below as well. Till next time, Nerdigans, I will be seeing you later. Bye.